Hello everybody and welcome to Dead Space. This is going to be my first ever playthrough, 08 edition by the way, because I had this in the Steam library for the longest time. And I'm going to be playing this because I'm not getting the new one just yet. Sound alerts, I know, I haven't fixed, I'm sorry, I know. Anyway, had this in the library, new one's out, not getting the new one just yet because I figured if I get the new one, I'll play the new one, not play this one, and then I'll just be like, ah, well, what a waste. I'm playing 08 edition, then I'll play the new one later on. So, enjoy. This will be my first ever playthrough of this game. And I've never seen gameplay of Dead Space, so this is going to be awesome. As a horror advocate... Sorry about that. Okay. Sorry about that. Loud noises. Still loud noises.
I wish I could talk to you.
I apologize. I went radio silent there for a reason.
I'm sorry about everything. Wish I could just talk to someone.
Still loud noises.
I'm falling apart here. I can't believe what's happening.
Why are people so loud?
It's strange. Such a little thing.
I need to turn subtitles on
How many
too.
times you watched that thing?
Hello, darling.
Guess you really miss her. Don't worry, we're almost there. You'll be able to look her up once we're on board. Sounds like you do have a lot of catching up to do.
All right, everyone, we're here. Sinking our orbit now.
But yeah,
All
I
this
don't
trouble
even know
with
the
that
story for
junkie
this game.
rock.
Deep space mining is a lucrative business, Ms. Daniels.
Never played it,
Each is set
never
on its
watched
gold
it,
mine according to prospectors'
never read about it.
reports.
I know of it.
Silicon, osmium.
and that's about it.
Now, where is she?
Yeah, I've
she is.
never
We have visual contact.
watched gameplay of this as a horror advocate
So
because I had to
that's
cut
Ishimura.
myself off earlier because, you know,
Impressive.
people being
USG
loud.
Ishimura. Biggest planet
But-
breaker in her class. And it looks like they already popped the cork.
As a horror advocate, I know it's
Why is it all
sad
dark? I don't
that
see
this is the
running
first time
lights.
I'm ever coming across this game,
Take us in
but
closer and
also
tell them.
first time
Stay clear of
experiencing
that debris
this,
field. We're here to
so
fix their ship.
jokes on all of
The
you.
other way around.
USG
Um,
Ishimura. This is the emergency maintenance team of the USG.
Well, I've
Shell
heard it
unit
is, and
responding
I've
to
heard
your
it's one of the
distress
best horror
call.
games
Come
in,
Ishimura.
you know,
You're
in the
gonna need to boost
genre.
the signal if it power's low.
Yes, we know. Boost the signal. More.
Never heard of a total communications blackout on one of these things. You'd think with 1,000 people.
I just
on board,
enjoy
someone would
finally
pick up the
playing
phone.
this, the 08 version, after the new ones come out. Also, someone's gonna have to tell me if the audio's
It's a
good.
busted array
I
like we thought.
tried fixing
Sounds
it,
like
but
they're
I
having
don't know if I
problems
got
with
it
their
perfect.
encoder. You get us down there and Isaac and I can fix it. 48 hours max.
All right, you heard the lady. Take us in. Let's see what
Think
needs fixing.
Cosmodread, but like
Gravity
on all
tethers
the holy.
engaged. Automatic docking procedures a go.
Okay. Again, I know of the game. I've just never seen gameplay.
We're off track. We're gonna hit the hull.
Hit the blast shields.
I know the enemies in this game are terrifying, so that's a good sign.
Inside the magnetic field? Are you insane? Abort!
No, we can make it inside. Corporal, gave you an order.
Field's too strong.
Ooh. Also, playing with the controller because I tried just moving my mouse on the main menu, and there was a lot of latency in it.
What the hell were you thinking? Were you trying to get us killed?
I just saved our asses, Miss Daniels. If we had aborted at that speed and distance,
I like
we'd
how
have smashed
calm we
right
are
into
just
the side of
sitting here.
Ishimura. Now settle down. Let's get to work. Corporal, report.
I'm I'm not getting any
Have I
reads from the
missed any
port
important
booster,
information
and we've
besides
lost
us
comms and
crashing
autopilot.
into
It'll take
by
some time to
what I
correct.
assume is about to be
Let's
our
get some extra
coffin,
hands from flight deck to help out.
and us missing, I believe, our daughter?
Hold still, Isaac. I'm syncing up everyone's rig with the ship.
Boy,
Hey,
you
we're
have
done.
some
Clean bill of health for everyone.
stiff
Alright.
hair.
We've still got a job to do. We're moving out.
And you have no hair, good sir. And you have some. And you nearly have none. Girlfriend? Okay. I'm not gonna lie, I was distracted by people talking outside the room, and I was like, oof. So I went radio silent, that way no one could be picked up on the mic. And then I was like, boy, you know what would be awesome, not being distracted, and also having subtitles on. So yeah, let's go ahead and put those on. Whoopsies, back. Okay. There we go. Sorry about that. I'm sure I didn't miss anything important. Okay. Yeah. God, is it just naturally latent, like in its moving?
You didn't lose power to the port booster. You lost the port booster.
Guys, keep up.
Unbelievable.
Why am I hunched over? What is this? I have such poor posture. Look at how straight this man's standing. Look at him. Look at this. Not a hunch in sight. How's your posture? You doing good? You're doing pretty good too. What the?
Get over here and hack the door pad.
Bruh. I better not be forced to lift anything. Use switch, open doors. Okay. Cool. Wow. So, the heck is that? Ah, let me take that. Yoink. Haha, credits. Yoink. Totally not letting them see me steal stuff.
Seems like everyone was trying to pack in a hurry.
This looks like I can open it. Can I not
Should
open
be a
this?
security detail in here.
Yeah? Well, there's not. There's
I feel like
nobody
I'm in
here.
a different world than these guys.
Broadcasts.
Also, I'm getting real alien isolation vibes. Oh
That security
god.
console's still live. Isaac, log in
Okay.
and see what you can find. Kendra, get that elevator back online.
Power's dead. I can't.
Then reroute the damn power. Look, if we all cooperate, we can figure this out a lot sooner. Let's get that computer display up, Isaac.
Is this where I get to take my picture? Wow. Okay. Ah. How's my spine? Oh, wait, hold on. Okay, so Y is just the inventory. So why is it wanting me to click right bumper? Or is it just saying Y and then right bumper? Ah. Okay. Not a bad map structure. Kind of weird that I... Oh, that's better. Still a little bit wonky. Whoa, that's kind of neat. Not gonna lie. I like the map. As someone who just got off of Resident Evil, I will say that it's gonna be very hard to beat those maps. I love Resident Evil maps. So nice. Are we not gonna question all the blood in here? Was this already questioned before and I just didn't notice, or are we just gonna ignore it all? Yay.
That doesn't look good. She's taken a lot of damage.
What gave you that idea?
The tram system's offline. Getting around's gonna be difficult. The air seems to be flowing again. That's a start.
What the hell was that?
Automatic quarantine must have tripped when the filtration system restarted. Everybody relax.
I don't want to. Can I have a gun?
Not sure.
Do I have a gun?
The hell?
Whoa.
I don't know. Something's in the room with us.
I feel like I'm... Oh, hello. I feel like I should be getting shot right now.
Got it.
Isaac, get the hell out of there!
The door's unlocked. Run!
Oh. How do I run again? Ah. It's left bumper. That's an odd button. Ow. Boy.
Isaac, get the hell
I would love to, except like I'm doing a mild jog. Go, 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 go. Bye. I feel like Isaac does not know when to hustle. Wow. Oh, you're creepy. Oh, you're dead. Sweet. They look almost mannequin-like with the faces. Or they look like the, like, porcelain, not porcelain dolls, but like the doll, like, your stereotypical baby doll. Which I guess could technically be porcelain. So, are we gonna try to figure out why they attacked us? That's great. Cut off their limbs. Ooh. Aim, fire. No, thank you. No, thank you. No. Whoa. How do I reload again? Whoa. Ooh, I can change my whoops. How do I reload again? Whoopsies. I feel like they gave me like 7 different controls back to back and I just kind of skimmed over them. Basic controls. Okay. A mode controls. Oh. Crap baskets. A. I'm thinking I just don't have ammo for it. I feel like it'd be very, worthless for me to have full ammo. Oh? Oh, okay, I didn't interact with that. I thought the light turned off. Not gonna lie, we kind of jumped right in. It's pretty good. Oh, there we go. Okay, so it's A. Alright, so I do have a limited ammo supply. Okay. That's good to know. Hello, good sir. Ooh. Oh my. Oh. Let me follow the footprints. Hello. Vent. Oh. Okay. Okay. I mean, I really don't feel like I need to do that right now, but it's good information. I did see that that was X, by the way. Good music, though.
Everybody listen up. They're using the vents. That's how they're getting around the ship. Stay away from down. Get back. Get back.
Stay away from the vents, he says. Okay. As if there's not 100 vents along this ship. What is this? Okay, I can't break it. That's sad.
Isaac! Isaac!
Yes?
I can't believe you made it.
Yes?
Isaac,
We ran into more of them on the way over here. Are you okay?
More what?
Yas.
What the hell are those things? Is that the crew?
Keep your voice down. Whatever they are, they're not friendly, and half the doors on this ship are locked because of the quarantine. Now, we have to get to the bridge. But first, we gotta repair the tram system.
You're crazy, Hammond. You're gonna get us all killed.
If you listen to me, I will get you out of here alive. Now, what's wrong with the tram?
The data board is fried, but there should be a spare in the maintenance bay. There's also a broken tram blocking the tunnel that needs to be repaired. Damn it! Everything is on the other side of this quarantine. We can't reach it from here.
No, we can't. But you can. Isaac, if I can get to the bridge, I should be able to access the personnel files. You fix the tram, and I'll help you find Nicole.
Okay. So we're looking for his lady of interest.
Check objectives and important locations.
Okay. Cool. You know, by the way, the lady that we're currently dealing with, kind of forgot her name. You know, she's a real naysayer, I'm noticing. Although, I would love to be in this scenario and actually ask her, it's like, what do you want us to do in this scenario? Like, our alternative is to go back to what? The broken ship? Like, we don't have many other choices but to continue. Right? Or am I just not getting that? I suppose they could have some spare ships. Eh. Oh, well, this looks lovely. Good. Like, I know it's from '08 and the graphics are kind of meh. Definitely by art standards today. But as of 23. But I will say the design on the environment and specifically the audio design, phenomenal.
Isaac, be careful. Shooting them in the body didn't seem to work. Go for the limbs. Dismember them. That should do the job.
Conserve ammo by dismembering enemy limbs and doing extra damage.
Okay. But yeah, I get real Alien Isolation vibes from this game. Even though Alien Isolation came out after. But you know what, we're going to ignore that. That's a lovely noise. Okay. I have a limited amount of those as well.
Malfunctioning, Isaac. Try
I gave you that idea.
module you just picked up.
Wow. Okay, so at least it's a general area. And it also... Okay, so it does work for a limited amount of time. Okay. I believe that was another stasis. Bro, this man, back pains and now this. Are you kidding me? Good lord. Can't have anything nice in here. Only good lighting. Great lighting, actually. Oh, that is... that petrifying, and I love it. Not gonna lie, I'm a lot less afraid just because of graphics, kind of. I'm not gonna lie. Not to mention the heavy over shoulder cam, I feel like definitely kind of messes with the effect a lot. Beautiful thing about Alien Isolation was it was first person, so you got to experience it all up front. And it was a very beautiful game. Well, mostly beautiful.
Your stasis module should be able to help you with that arm mechanism.
Okay, I got a power node. Which means nothing to me. Two shots. I like it. Oh. Oh, that's what they meant by it looked like. Yeah, no, I still stand by what I said, and it kind of looks like the baby dolls, but I can see how it's just like an amalgamation of the crew's face. Does that mean every single dead officer is going to become an enemy at some point? Is that what that means? Because if so, not a fan. That's a lot of murdering I'm going to have to do.
Listen up, car 8 is trashed. We managed to get it back to the repair depot, but now the autoloader is fried. I need a stasis module brought down here now. We don't get this piece of shit off the tracks, it's gonna jam up the whole system.
Hmm? Manually attach claws to initiate. Like that? Okay. Shoot. Stasis recharge.
Isaac, you did it. The tram is blocking the whole system. When you get the computer online, you'll be able to call the tram from the control room. Faster the better. I can hear something crawling around out there.
Yeah, that's a xenomorph. I know we haven't introduced those in this world yet, but it's a xenomorph, trust me. Hello. Whoa, he can dodge. Oh, shot between the legs. There we go. I've been going for the legs now. Oh, that's creepy. Hello. Oh, you have some stuff for me, I see. How kind of you. Whoops. Oh yeah, it's A. Well, better do that now than later. Yeet. Ha, lovely. How was I like that? Yes, beautiful. I'm gonna have it like that so I can go for their legs first, even though it definitely looks like they're more dangerous when they're on the floor. Or creepier, I should say. I can stomp them, it looks like, when they're on the floor. Oh. Come down here. Come down here. Oh, that is creepy. I love it. Enemy design's really good, too. And that, honestly, I don't even think it really... I don't think this game suffers that much from looks. The touch-ups of the new game probably make it feel a lot more terrifying. Honestly, this is pretty good. Where am I even supposed to be going? And yes, just like Resident Evil, I do not mind just saving at every point. Oh. Ooh, credits. Yay. Oh, I used a health pack, didn't I, at one point? When I was trying to reload. My bad. Yeet. Wow. Whoa. Come here. Oh. Note to self. Bad idea. Bad idea. Bad idea. Can we fight it off or something? How do we fight it off? I can't see that button it's wanting me to click right, by the way. Okay, so based off of that idiocy of not actually showing me what I need to click to get them off of me, we're gonna just let ourselves die and restart. Because that wasn't retarded. And it's like, oh, you're an idiot for not clicking every button. Half the games that I have played in the horror survival genre will just normally kick the enemies off of you once they hit the first animation. Yeah, we'll keep it like that, actually. Jesus. I'm trying to figure out if it's more conductive to just, like, swing at the thing. Although, it's not terrible to do that, but it's definitely not as effective as I probably want it to be. I guess that was a good experiment just to check, though. It's not as efficient as I want it to be, just for the sake of, like, his range on those melee attacks is not far at all. So getting that close might be more of a risk than it's worth.
Isaac, I've patched into the deck security system. It took some work, but I've got the door to the maintenance bay unlocked. The data board should be somewhere inside.
Okay. I won't save until I get to the next point, just for the sake of potentially saving ammo. Oh, he guards. Okay, so melee attacking the standing ones isn't a great idea. Kind of just want to load app after that.
This is Benson, Tram Engineering. We think we figured it out. Smith killed one. Listen, forget about shooting him in the body. You gotta cut off the limbs. Grab a cutter, anything like that. Cut him apart.
Yeah, we'll just go ahead and get back to our... I guess we can play it. Why not?
Isaac, it's
I feel like I'm being way too, like...
the door to the storage room is locked. There should be a key somewhere in the maintenance bay.
schmucky about my first time running through it. Just trying to perfect it as much as possible on the first run, which probably isn't the way I should be playing this. Oh, it's like an explosive. Ooh. Oh, hello. I may get my restart anyways. I'm not a fan of the aiming, for the record. Okay, so in this section, I'm not supposed to fight them off individually. Okay. I have no ammo and no health. So yeah, I'll be restarting that one. I'm wondering if it will be worth trying to use the mouse and keyboard just for the sake of going for more accurate aiming. Issue is, again, like, when I was just moving the mouse on the main screen, it was so latent. Like, unbelievably so. But I'll give it a shot real quick. Okay, so there's also auto saves. Interesting. Nope. Okay, I'm just not a fan of the aiming in this game, period. Cool. Running seems to be more efficient. What? He's hustling right now. What was I doing? No, okay, I guess it's his health state? Also, I'm not a fan of freaking wasting an entire clip, by the way. You guys kind of suck. Okay. So yeah, there's way too many of them to take on, so explosives. Hopefully. Maybe. It might just be worth running past all of them, honestly. That's not good. Yep. Excuse me. Excuse me. Excuse me. Okay, wow, their aim kind of sucks. That's nice. Bye-bye. Alright, not as bad as I thought. How in the world am I supposed to get through this without wasting all of my ammo? I'm given no real time to look around the environment, sadly, as well, which kind of sucks. God, I wish it didn't autosave, honestly. I really wish I got that Resident Evil treatment. Oh. Max Lord. Why do we have... What? Why are we talking about comic book characters? Whoa, hello. Crap, 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 crap. Dude, there's... What? What in the world is this game? What? Bro, I've never seen a survival horror like this annoying. Oh my goodness. And like, I have no other words for something that spawns 6 enemies around you like that. Are you joking? Maybe it's just because like I'm not understanding this like combat system at all. Maybe that's it. If the combat system were more like, if it were like less stiff, but it's an '08 game, I guess. So like, I don't know. It's just way too stiff for this type of like just bombardment of enemies. I don't know. I'm probably playing it like an idiot though, so. God, I'm going for the arm, dude. Die. I keep clicking the wrong button. Just because freaking X is normally reload. Oh my goodness, I hate it. You know what? I'm just gonna try to clear the entire area. Screw it. Why not? I think that might be my issue. I'm trying to rush through the area way too quickly. Okay, so while they're stunned, I need to tag the arms. Okay, I'm learning. I'm learning. Slowly, but I'm learning. Dude, the wet slaps of the, like, the arms is definitely, like, ugh. Okay. God, it still feels, like, it's because it's an OA game. It just, the controls definitely feel bleh. I'm getting better at this now. Okay. I do feel like it's also, like, slidey. I don't know if anyone, like, understands what I mean when I say that. But the game feels... What? I could have been opening those the entire time. I'm an idiot. I tried clicking A on these and I thought, okay, it didn't work, so I'm not gonna do it on the wall ones. Okay, whoops, that was never told to me. But no, like, the controls also feel very slidey, which I guess might be why my best description for the mouse was latent. It's just because, like, I move, stop moving, and the game continues to move just so slightly ever. Oh? Really? Okay. Makes a lot more sense. Alright. Cool, cool, cool. I was gonna say, like, he went down like a pitch. Okay. So they'll try to fake me out. That's a nice add-on. I'm not gonna lie. Everything I said before still stands, even if it was said within frustration. This game, I definitely do feel like, suffers from being an older game. And that's just because of combat. Most horror games, honestly, like, age, like, atmosphere-wise, perfectly fine. But it's when you have a game like this where the combat is, like, most important, is when you have the biggest chance, in my opinion, for... like, not necessarily a half-life, but, like, aging fairly poorly. Okay. Hello, Mel. I was gonna say something else, but I got distracted by that thing popping up in my screen, and now I've completely forgot what I was gonna say. Oh, also, yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Bravo, by the way, to having enemies be like multi-layered traversal. I thought the game was just spawning 6 of them up here, and I was like, how in the world? It was just because I wasn't killing them downstairs, which makes a lot more sense. I'm just an idiot. Cool. So I agree with or disagree with most of like my observations of this game, but it was said a lot in frustration, mainly because I was an idiot, but still feel like a lot of what I said wasn't inaccurate. Bruh, are we gonna meet Wonder Woman anytime soon? Like, what's this Max Lord crap? What? Like, who is this? Well, new area? Save point, I guess? Yeah. Anyway, so Mel, would you believe that this is my first time playing and seeing any gameplay for this, very iconic horror game? Based off of me complaining for half of it so far. Okay, yeah, that's not told to us, by the way. Interacting with the environment like this is not told to us as far as I remember. Oh, you've never seen this game either? Well, it's an '08 game and it feels like it combat-wise, so... Yes. Am I high? Did I not grab the data board? What? I thought I grabbed the data board. Whoopsies. Alright, but now that I know how to fight the enemies too, I feel like the rest of this game will go a lot smoother. I was really hoping the melee combat would be more efficient. I keep going back to the word efficient, but that's the best way that I can describe it, is just... It's just his range and his speed I don't think is that great. And also, I was really overestimating how much damage his hits also did, so... Poor on all fronts, actually. So don't use combat as a way of fighting off enemies. Like, physical. Which I guess is fair for most horror survival games, honestly. I can't think of many scenarios where I'd want to be that close to a zombie in Resident Evil or one in Evil Within. Hey yo, am I just like missing the point of this? What's... Oh, okay, so yeah, I grabbed an item of importance. I just thought I grabbed the item of importance that I needed. Whoops. My bad. I'm guessing I'll be hassled more by enemies coming this way, considering this is where the canisters were. No? I feel like they'll come at me on the way back. Yep, I did grab a card. I thought it was the card that I needed. Whoops. In my defense, the first time I picked it up, I was also running for my life. Power node, still don't understand what that's used for. Cool.
Use power nodes to upgrade your weapons and rings.
Oh! Well, convenience. As someone who is just sitting here being like, what are these used for? Well, now I know. So what is this used for? Hit points? Okay, I don't know. What? Okay. I probably should have gone damage, but I was just trying to figure out what the point system was, which I still don't know. I was trying to go into reload or
That's it, Isaac. Take the board back to tram control and slot it into the computer array. That should get the tram system back online.
Okay. I was trying to put it in the bottom two just for the sake of them saying 1 point. I'm actually not 100% sure what the point system means in that case. I had a feeling you look different. Bruh, look at this. I'm already a master now. Also, hello, Miles. Bruh, we've come a long way within 10 minutes. Hasn't even been 10 minutes since I was getting annoyed with this game. God, what a roller coaster. We're not even an hour in and we've gone from, like, very impressed for an 08 game to just still being fairly impressed to just being irritated with the combat system to now just being happy with the combat system. Good job, combat system. You're very good. I'm not gonna lie though, now like I'm having the opposite stance on the combat system in terms of I don't like the idea of someone getting overran. Like Alien Isolation, phenomenal, best survival horror game I've ever played. All right, we'll continue to say that until the day I die, probably, maybe, unless something else comes up that's better. But the reason why that game's so good is because you have one enemy that pops up sporadically and you can't really kill it. You can fend it off, but you can't kill it. This game, they're kind of overloading you with enemies. Granted, they're fairly creepy, and I can see them being terrifying for OA, especially with the atmosphere this game can build, but I feel like we have stopped building that atmosphere now. So I feel like we've kind of dipped in horror effectiveness. But that's just me, maybe.
All right, we're on board and heading to the bridge. Good work.
Strange. The quarantine just lifted.
Whatever was in the flight lounge must have left. That's lucky for us. Isaac, get back to the Kellion and prep it for launch.
Appreciate
We'll
it,
find out
Miles.
where we can from the bridge and meet you there.
If we live that long, you're out of your league, Hammond. This is suicide. We're going to
Your
die
lack
out
of
here.
confidence in me is duly noted, Miss Daniels. But I have a mission to complete, and that's exactly what I am going to do, with or without you. Do we understand each other?
Again, what's the alternative?
Just get us out of here alive.
What's your alternative, you idiot? What do you mean? Like, I'm so confused. Do we have access to, like, other ships? Because ours got crashed, if I remember correctly, right? But yeah, and the reason why I say that, like, again, the controls do feel stiff, but again, 08 game. But what isn't really affected by the age of this game is, or what's like timeless, I guess, as a complaint, is overloading the player with too many enemies to the point where horror stops really existing because you're not letting the atmosphere build up. And with the combat system being what it is, where you kill an enemy with potentially 2 shots, they are giving me enough ammo to constantly reload my supply, which isn't necessarily the best thing. So again, this game, phenomenal in terms of like atmosphere. I would say even looks. For an 08 game, this game does look decent. But like the way that the environment's created, even with the graphics of the time, and like again, the audio in this game, phenomenal work. I still feel like it's just getting like crap, I really wish the map system were slightly easier to utilize. I just feel like the atmosphere is being just overlooked by how much they want to overload us with enemies. I feel like combat's too prominent overall, I guess is what I'm trying to get at. Like, I know it's survival horror, but it feels a little bit too much survival, not enough horror currently. But that's also because I ran through the same area 5 times, being an idiot, so maybe that's that. Honestly, after a certain point of seeing enough crewmates dead, I would have to start questioning the logic of looking for one person who is more than likely dead. Like, if I see no surviving officers within, like, 10 minutes of being on this ship, I think I might want to just dip on out of here, honestly. Like, I don't know if I'd want to stay in this ship to try to save someone who is, again, likely a corpse. Or a hideous monster. Bro, like, I don't know how much I like this map system now, just for the sake of it being... Like, I straight up don't know where I'm facing. Bro, what? Oh, screw it. We're just gonna go looking this way, I guess. We're gonna explore. This map system has me all confused. That's a good sign, I guess. Again, audio is very well done in this game. Mainly that little, like, orchestra thing that they got going on in the back. I really like that. Oh, yeah. I don't trust you. Also, good lighting, honestly. I noted that before within the bathroom, but, like, overall, again, it's pretty good. Oh, I love that shadow effect. Oh, I love the flickering lights. I love it. I love the horror that this game has, the opportunity of revealing to us. I apologize, by the way, for being so meticulous in how I view this game, but... Oh... The fog with the flashing light. I love it. I love it. It's very nice. You mean nerdy? Hush you. He's heard my... Oh, hello. Ow. Yeet. There we go. Next. I'm gonna say he was cowering away because he heard my legend of the horrifying creature slaughterer. Have we actually been given the names of these creatures yet? I'm studying for development of bio and I want to die, so I would be considered the nerd. Yeah, but as someone who went to school to become a game developer, you know, also nerd. But this is within my field of interest. So again, like I like dissecting games. I like looking at what makes them incredible, and I can't help but critique portions of them.
Wish us luck.
Granted, it's also subjective, most of what I'm complaining about, in terms of, like, overloading the player with enemies. It's like, some people may like that. I don't, because I don't feel like you... Again, I don't feel like you give... I feel like you don't give people enough time to, like, appreciate the horror. Even when you have, like, good enemy, like, good monster designs, like, what they currently have is amazing. Again, 08 graphics, I don't feel like take away that much from this game. I feel like the perspective, honestly, takes away more. Like I said earlier, that, like, the graphics mixed with the... Oof.
Collision detected in the main hangar bay. Emergency crews have been notified.
Kind of panicking a little bit, not gonna lie. I thought you... How are you still alive? I shot off your arm and head. What?
What the hell is happening down there? What happened to the shuttle?
That was our ride home. It's the only way off the ship.
Kendra.
No!
It was
Kevin!
already
This
busted.
changes everything!
No, it doesn't. Okay, so I've finally made her realize that the ship was completely busted.
It's no good. There's an executive lockdown of all primary systems. Without the captain's authorization, I can't
Bruh.
access them.
Well, where's the captain?
Here he is. Captain Benjamin Mathias. Location? Med lab. Status? Deceased.
What? How?
I can't access that information. Find the captain and you'll find his rig. With his authorization codes, I can crack this computer wide open.
Damn it. Isaac, I'm sending the tram back to your location. Get to the medical deck and find that rig as fast as you can.
What was that?
Those enemies, by the way, are actually the most terrifying, I would say. The ones without the legs. It's just the way that they move. Also, good, like, I want to say fair animation. Specifically good for the time, though. But the way that they have the enemies move in this game is very well done, I think. But yeah, I was saying before, it's like graphics plus, like, the perspective. I keep wanting to like, graphics plus the perspective make this slightly less terrifying for me. But I don't even know if that's true. I definitely think the perspective is. Because, it's like, this is just... It's such an awkward look for what I'm used to. Even with playing Resident Evil, I didn't feel like we were this on the shoulder. Half the screen is taken up by Isaac. I don't think we took up this much room as in Resident Evil, did we? I didn't think we did. If we did, my mistake, but I'm pretty sure half the screen wasn't taken up with any of those guys. I don't know. I'm looking too much into it. I apologize. But I don't really know what to talk about except for just admiring the game and critiquing it at parts. Ooh, store. We have a safe? This is interesting. Okay, plasma cutter. Level 2 suit. Plasma energy, small med pack, small air can. Air can? Okay. Oh, we'll go for a level 2 suit. I feel like we're not really that desperate for ammo right now. Again, because, like, I really don't feel that sense like I do in Resident Evil where I feel like I'm going to run out of ammo. Like, where I have to be somewhat careful with my ammo. I feel like this game I can kind of go willy-nilly half the time. Now, anyways, not 20 minutes ago. Nice. Alright. Inventory. I'll probably sell the large med pack and move 2 of the mediums over. Plasma cutter. Okay, yeah, I think that's good. As someone who still has yet to truly experience enough of this game to get a full sense of how it's going to play out, I feel like I made the right decisions. I don't know how useful a large med pack actually is, so I may be making very stupid decisions. I don't know. I definitely think this game has a lot of horror potential, even by today's standards. But as someone who, again, has played Alien Isolation, I am probably just way too used to the horror genre to be that scared by any of this stuff. You may surprise me, but you're not really going to scare me that much. I hate to say it. Huh?
Nothing to be afraid of. I knew you would come. Just like you said. I saved this for you. Can I go now? Claire wants to take me. Just shut up.
The arm motion. Okay, so the ragdoll effects is definitely interesting.
Use kinesis to move or throw objects.
Okay. Also, interesting use of maggots. Okay, so before I forget to get a general idea of this or give my general full thoughts on this. So far, environment, phenomenal. Taking into account OA game again, even, actually, by today's standards even. Environment, phenomenal. Audio, phenomenal. Lighting, great. 08-wise, good combat system. By today's standards, I think there are some things that can be left to be desired, or there are things that are left to be desired. And enemy designs, I actually say, even by today's standards, are phenomenal as well. Flamethrower, fascinating. I think it's just, like, a lot of people would look down on this game environmentally by, like, again, by today.
You were attacked. Kendra's gone. 1 minute she was there, and I can't believe I lost her. We can still do this. Get me the captain's rig codes, and we'll find Nicole.
Looks like the crew barricaded the door to the emergency wing. You'll have to blow through it to get to the morgue. Get some thermite from medical storage, and a shock pad from zero-G therapy. Should be down the corridor.
Communication is useless in all this static.
How dare you take away the redeeming of points for loud noise notifications? If it would have been perfect if you said nothing really scares me and then gets jump scared. Yeah, I know, right? Yeah, no, I took those off just because I want to grab some new ones, and also I was redoing the whole channel point system. I'm still indecisive on what I should take away and what should be added. But yeah, by today's standards, environment, design for the enemies, all of that's phenomenal. Even with the graphics being '08 graphics, I still think by today's standard, it's phenomenal. I think, because again, I haven't seen any gameplay for the new Dead Space. I think if they kept the design for the environment and the enemies, but just upgraded the graphics, I think this game might be one of the best, like, visually designed I have come across for the horror genre in a bit. Hydrate. I actually drank some tea just now, so there you go. Oh, sorry. How dare you? Dude, I was literally about to just stomp on this guy. Are you dead, actually? Wait, why did you tell me? Okay, you turned over like you were alive. It wouldn't let me stomp, so I was like, let me just... Bruh. Like, even the corpse design's pretty good, honestly. Like, look at this. Like, look at the bones and the ribs. The models are being, reused, obviously, but the ones that they have are pretty well done. Again, I apologize for nerding out. I can't help it. I'm sorry. Overall, though, gameplay, I would say 8 out of 10. The combat kills it for me. Or, like, loses me a little bit, but that's about it. 8 or 9, I guess, out of 10.
Hazardous anomaly detected. Quarantine activated.
Oh. Bruh. Thank you. Thank you. Nope. Yeah, the gameplay. Mainly being swarm like this. Which, getting a swarm like this isn't necessarily a bad thing. It's just how stiff the gameplay is. Which, again, based off of when it was made, I think for the most part. Because the only thing that I've heard about the new one, because I haven't really been asking around that much about it, is that the new one is better for gameplay purposes as well. Like, smoother gameplay. The controls are a lot easier, or smoother than the new one. Which, yay. If that's the case, then that game's probably like a 10 out of 10. But the other negative point is definitely how easy it is to keep ammo up in this game right now. Maybe that'll change later, but for right now, it's definitely killing me. Just how easy it is to go from, like... like go positive in an encounter like that where you're getting ambushed, even when I waste half of my clip missing. But yeah, I have no water on me, Mel, so I'm just gonna hydrate with sweet tea. Oh, it says max load. I thought it said max lord. That looked really like an R a bit ago. Like even there, like 30 shots. I'm just gonna stomp on you to be sure. I know technically I'm not hydrating with sweet tea, but credits, credits. We are a very rich survivor in the space apocalypse. Still confused on how to get into these. Do I crush it with my foot? I do, dude. And again, side note for another piece of the gameplay that's actually not explained to you, bruh. Like, really? But yeah, in all these combat scenarios, I'm coming out positive for ammo. Which is like cool, but for horror purposes, like horror survival, I do feel like that's a slight negative. Oh. Whoops. Like, don't get me wrong, as someone who like wastes a lot of ammo and wants to make sure that every enemy I come across is dead, even if I can optionally just move past them. It's very nice. But again, for horror purposes, it just it's the entire concept where like horror survival is a loose like what's the right word? It's a loose subcategory of the horror genre. Just because when you have the opportunity to fight back, it takes away from the aspect of the horror. Which I'm not necessarily a full subscriber to that idea, but I can kind of agree to it. Again, phenomenal enemy design. Oh my goodness, I love the enemies in this game. I just love them so much. Outside of how annoying it is to fight them when the controls are as stiff as they are. I just love them. More ammo. Bro. Too much, man. It's too much. With how effective this gun is. Because, like, the thing about, like, Resident Evil, for instance, like, you get a lot of pistol ammo, but the pistol's not that strong. Like, even landing, like, headshots, it's like, you gotta land quite a few. Oh my goodness. Back off. Get off. Kick the baby! That was kind of funny. Okay. Cool. God, why did they not tell me, though, that I could just start breaking crap like that? If it was explained and I just missed it, my bad, but I'm pretty sure they did not tell me how to search lockers, nor did they tell me how to break those. Which is like, oh hey, you figured it out by yourself anyway, so like it doesn't really matter, but I feel like it's still just nice to explain the aspects of your game. Kick the baby. There we go. Just like that. They are... these are good enemies, though. These are great enemies design-wise. Annoying to fight, but good lord, I love the look of them. Oh, and what a creepy concept, too. This is actually a very dark game, though. Like, having this, like, space infection going around and getting into the babies. Ugh.
Alright, that thermite you picked up should be able to melt through the barricade. Use the shock pad to ignite it. Hope I can hold this position. I can hear something big moving out there.
If there are boss fights in this game, like Resident Evil, that make me use up a lot of ammo, I think I might be more forgiving in terms of how much ammo this game keeps giving me. The slow-mo aspect is neat, I will admit. I think the slowdown mechanic is actually very nice for the sake of, like, introducing the aiming system to people. Do I need to... God, I'm so much ammo. I think for now we shall keep going. Oh, I love the dimming lights. I love the flickering ones as well. Oh, new enemy type? Can we not fire? We can't fire. Okay. Again, like, look at what that looks like. Like, just design. Take away, like, the 08 graphics, but just look at, like, the idea right there. I love it. I love it a lot. I can see why a lot of people love this game. I can definitely see why this is a horror... horror titan, I want to say. Horror classic, I guess would be a better way to describe it. Is that the best way to describe this game? As a horror classic? Because I've heard about this game a lot, just never got around to playing it until now.
You found something down there, didn't you?
Yes, we found something.
So the texts were right all this time.
I wouldn't be certain of that. There was nothing divine in what I saw.
We must embrace this. We are the first witnesses.
Matthias isn't letting anyone down in the colony. It's under quarantine until we learn more.
To hell with Matthias. He of all people should know that this is greater than him, or the operation, or even the company. This is our deliverance.
Keep your damn voice down. People are dying down there.
Only the worthless and the unbelievers. But I believe. Do you believe, Terrence? Do you?
Okay, so starting to actually get our bit of story. As far as I can tell, the only information that's been conveyed to us throughout this entire thing is... I want to just say... Yeah, we have nothing new. I want to say all we've learned is that we are here with our crew. Crap has hit the fan on this little station, and we are now stranded here looking for our daughter, girlfriend? I forget which. Just wanting to make sure there's nothing behind me. Okay, so that was 8 bullets used. We already got 6 of them back. How dare you not give me one? Third. Okay. 6 back isn't a bad negative. I guess it's all chance-based? Which, you know, not bad in terms of how your survival horror should go, but I feel like when you just replenish off of killing an enemy, when you come out net positive after killing one, it's just, I don't know. I'm still not over that point. Just making sure. It's net positive. I just can't get over that. I can't. I'm sorry. I just can't. It's killing me inside. By the way, I am going back to the store just to sell stuff. I don't know if there's one around here, but I know where one is, so gonna go back there real quick. Sorry for backtracking, it's just... So yeah, as of right now, gameplay... I want to actually give it a 9 out of 10, honestly. Just because of, like, taking into account how old it is. Yeah, I'll say a 9 out of 10. It's just, like, the reload. I'll attribute the stiffness of the gameplay to, the age. Cool. I'm not gonna lie, I really don't feel like I want any of this. That I do. Okay. So I'm thinking we sell another large medkit. Sell the gold component. Sell the plasma energy. And sell a small med pack. Probably could have used it, honestly. Okay. Might be making a mistake by not going for other weapons, but I'm feeling pretty confident right now with my current ability to utilize this one. The other guns might be useful for different enemies, like the flamethrower is probably good for the child. But as of right now, I feel like this is definitely the way to go. Don't really feel like reload's that big of an issue. Speed, I think, would be nice, though. But yeah, upgrading the damage is probably great. Okay. I'm gonna take a quick stop in here to see if I can't pick up the ammo. Because I dropped it. Yes, I can. Cool. Alright. So yeah, I just sold a full stack of ammo for no negative. Okay, and we have 5 slots. Alright. At least there's, like, organization that you have to do. I do like that aspect. But yeah. Horror-wise, I think this game has good horror elements. I think it has phenomenal horror elements, honestly. Gameplay, I think it's pretty solid overall. If a little bit too easy for my taste now. Again, it just comes down to the... It just comes down to, like, how easy the ammo capacity is to hold up. Six shots, and I got them back. I hope I'm not the only one realizing how, like, insanely easy that is. Or was. As someone who was earlier complaining about how annoying the gameplay was, but that's just the stiffness. And I still sort of feel that way, but again. Oh, wait. But yeah. Again. Game so far is a 9 out of 10. I want to say. Even then, I want to say, like, that's not even that large of a negative, though. But... What am I missing right here? Okay, so yeah, I gotta go through the locked door. Slightly confused. And by slightly, I mean a lot. Can I even remove this? Nope. Find the shock pad? Is that not what I was looking at? Line racks. What? Oh, okay. Ammo for a gun I'm not using. If you have a problem, hit it. Oh, I love the audio change. Oh, I love that. Love, like, the echoing footsteps. That's nice. Great graphics. Oh, I love that lighting. This is such a good game. I love it.
Your ground boots will kick in when you enter a zero-G area.
A little frustrated with the shooting at the beginning, but overall, though, this game is phenomenal. Like on a horror like on a horror level, this game is phenomenal. Oh, I like this. The audio. I'm just appreciating it at this point. I apologize.
Exiting zero gravity.
I'm nerding out. It's my bad.
Great. You got a shock pad. Combine that with the thermite at the barricade to destroy it. Shit. I can hear more coming. Moving through the vents. Stay safe, Isaac.
Thank you for telling me that. Oh, hello. How are you still alive? What? I feel like aiming up close is not the best. Overall though, I think I only lost out on 4. Yeah, that wasn't that bad. Kind of annoyed I can't just walk over platforms. Like that effect is kind of finicky. But again, this is a slight product of its time. Only slight though. I still think it's. I still think this game holds up pretty well. Oh, bro, the audio though. That's the amazing part. I'm not gonna lie. It's just so. It's just the attention to detail that's amazing.
Exiting vacuum.
I will say, when the enemies get that close, the stiffness of like the combat, I think, shows a lot. It's mainly because like the aiming itself is kind of finicky with how when they get that close. Like you look like you're shooting them, but you're not. Oh my god, that animation though. With how they do the animation with the arms going up, it definitely throws it off. A part of me feels like they have too many attempts for jump scares in this right now. I don't know if that's just me or not. I am one of the people though that think jump scares are Interesting. Cool enemy design. Kind of annoying, but cool. I am one of those people that thinks jump scares kind of ruin the horror. I think it's just cheap, and it can be used to get some good scares, but I don't think it should be relied upon heavily. This is definitely where the flamethrower should take place in. You gotta do that fast. Oh my goodness. I suppose what I'm supposed to do is hit them with the, like, slowdown and then step on them. Oh. I'm not gonna lie, those enemies are kind of annoying. Cool visual, very annoying practical. But yeah, I feel like this game kind of, this is a really popular game, and I can see why, just based off the gameplay alone. I am kind of looking forward to the story and kind of hoping the characters develop more. I feel like what we have for characters so far is very baseline, and what we have for story is even more so. What's the point of... Oh. Yeah, I'm not using this stuff. Just realized that's a consumable. Also not using this. Actually, we'll grab some health, I guess. Because we are running low on health. Okay. But yeah, gameplay's solid.
Okay, you're through. Should be clear from there to the morgue. Remember, the codes are on the captain's body.
I feel like it has slight issues for me. Oh, hey.
This is Senior Medical Officer Nicole Brennan transmitting ship-wide. We need more help. We don't have the resources to deal with this many cases. Nobody would tell us what's happening. These wounds, we are not equipped to deal with this. Get him to the table. Hold him. Nurse, you hold him down. Christ. Recording.
Okay, so it feels very...
Right? I can't tell from here when that log was made. I'm sure she's around here somewhere.
Please tell me I'm not going to be crawling through there. It feels very alien / zombie. Like Alien as in Xenomorph, where like they go to a planet, they're not ready to deal with what they find. People aren't telling them anything. It's like, it has a lot of those aspects, but like the zombie aspect of being exposed to a virus effect and transforming. Which, great concept, honestly. It is. I feel like it's not too out there in terms of like, I feel like it's very difficult to hit them. Wasted a full clip. And got half of one back. Got it back with the environment's help. What is this? That's disgusting. again, though, like, look at the environment, though, for, like, the med bay. It's just, like, what a gorific scene. Not even sure that's a word, but I'm using it anyways. God, I'm just admiring it at this point. I've gone over, like, the gameplay feels, like, not perfect to me, which is why I'm, like, not having it be, like, a 10 out of 10. Not saying it's a 10 out of 10. But it's just, like, the horror aspects of this game. Love it. Oxygen recharge, that's not terrifying. I would honestly be again, they just keep overloading you with ammo. It's like it's enjoyable from a casual standpoint, and well, as a player standpoint, but as like a design standpoint, it really feels like it's just, again, it just takes away slightly from the horror for me. That's just it. I need to quit looking at this game though as like a pure horror game, because that's kind of what like I'm basing all this off of. Well, even as a survival horror, again, going back like Resident Evil and Alien Isolation, it's like even those games, it's like they will get you low on ammo at multiple points. So it's like it sounds like I'm being like real harsh to the type that it currently is, but I promise I'm not. I feel like I'm being pretty fair in my judgment of what this, like, within its typing. At least I hope so. I feel like I'm talking about it too much, but that's just... Oof. Half of it is honestly just... You critique what you like a lot of times. And so far, I do like this game. Although, typically when you critique what you like, there's some level of ability to change the issues that you have, and this is already a pre-established game, so it doesn't really matter. God, it's just visual teams within the horror genre are always like solid, always like that. But like, just do me a favor real quick and think to yourself, what would this look like in first person? Like, just keep that in mind for a second.
Hello? Can anybody hear me? My name is Eileen Fisk. I just woke up in here and everybody was gone. I don't know what's happening. Why did they all leave? I'm going to try and find someone. If you can hear this, please come for me. I can hear scratching in the wall. Hello? Who's there? Are you a doctor? Why is everyone... Wait, I know you. You're Harris, the prisoner from the colony. You killed that nurse. Help! Somebody help me! Please! Please!
Sorry, I'm moving around my equipment. Interesting. The question is, was Harry Harrier like the prisoner? Or was he a monster at the time? Dude, again though, like just imagine, like nerding out again for the upteenth time during this entire session. 2 hours straight of just nerding out over design. Like, ignoring the stiffness of the combat, ignoring my issue with giving the player too much ammo. Look at the visual design for this game. Oh wait, graphics, take into account. Look at this. Blood splattered on the walls. Lighting flickering at the end of the hallway, darkened hallway with sparse lighting, and the fog effect. This is immaculate horror design. I love this. And then like the subtle noises in the background, the breathing. Dude, this is solid. If you took the combat out of this game or made it to where you weren't as powerful, this game would be pure horror. I know I'm being like fairly generic when I say that this game could be pure horror, but that's another negative for me, by the way. It's just like bombarding the player with enemies like that. It's just kind of, it's more tedious than scary for me, but that's a subjective standpoint. Melissa Rose, Kai, Oh, newborns. Oof. That's, again, like, this game feels like it can get really dark, and it is dark. Yeah, I feel like we've already gotten to that point. I really don't care for the line racks, honestly. Oxygen recharge doesn't really do much for us. We're out of our stasis. Dude, it's just... like, if you gave this more like an Outlast feel, I would say, and just, like, took away the gun entirely to where, like, you had to maneuver around. Interesting. That's creepy. Like, such good, like... I love this game, horror-wise. I just love it. I just feel like the combat... Oof. I always look away at the worst times. My bad. I just feel like the combat is like... The horror elements of this game, the horror aspects, on point. The combat, for me, isn't there. But the horror is so good. I just, like, this game is easily, like, at minimum, 9 out of 10. Science log from Dr. Kine. Captain Matthias. Further to our previous conversation, I asked that you delay bringing the marker up from the planet for a day or two. You know I'm as keen as anyone to study in detail as I understand your sense of urgency given the events on the colony, but that's why I ask what's happening down there is just too unique, too unprecedented to cut it short without proper time to study the causes and effects. In light of the discussion I had with Dr. Mercer, I'd like to meet with doctors, that's an interest. I've never seen it put like that. Ciarello and Welland, planet side, to get their observations. Okay. I'm also playing on medium, but I feel like medium is normal difficulty. And it feels like easy mode.
Science log Chief Science
That's
Officer Dr. Kine reporting.
Interesting.
The colony's problems concern me greatly. I have no doubt they are somehow linked to the discovery of the marker, but the exact nature of that connection is still unknown. Almost 40% of the colonists are experiencing a form of dementia. The obvious symptoms are acute depression, insomnia, and hallucination. Incidents of violence and even murder also indicate extreme paranoia. Dr. Mercer has advised that I bring some of the affected on board for study. Dr. Wellen, the planet-side psychiatrist, has reported that his own analysis has been fruitless. I'm hesitant to rely on Dr. Mercer at this point, but I need his expertise. We need solutions, and we need them quickly.
This is very interesting because I'm now curious. So this marker that they found is the cause of this. But I think the question that has to be had right now is, are we truly unaffected right now? Like, we think we came onto the ship unaffected, but did we truly? This goes back to, like, one of the best horror scenarios that I can think of, or, like, one of the trippiest ones, is, like, Evil Within or something along those lines, where, like, you're just losing your sanity, and you think you're seeing monsters. what if we were affected by the marker from the very beginning? And we're suffering like everyone else, and everyone's human. There are no monsters. We're just all imagining it, and we're just attacking each other. Issue with that theory is along the lines of it's like, well, you'd have to have like a group mentality of, again, I love it. I love it a lot. I can't wait to see what this game looks like. That's phenomenal. I love that. Kind of doesn't make sense as to why that opened by itself, but otherwise, phenomenal. They are watching. Is that whispering in our head, or is that over the speakers? Dude. That reload speed come in handy now. That, again. Phenomenal. Phenomenal enemy design.
Thank God. I'll start accessing the captain's records right now. Head to the tram station, and I'll contact you there. I'm going to find out what the hell happened to this ship.
Now, I will say, like, my earlier comments about it's like the scenario of like somebody just seeing stuff and all that, it easily gets like myth busted, or at least there's a hole poked into it continuity wise. Like, why would all of these guys be attacking us but not each other kind of scenario? Except that one kind of was, but and even within, for instance, it's like, why would enemies be attacking us first without us provoking them kind of thing? It's like you have to put in logic there. But I also don't think it could stand here either. I just think it's a cool scenario for a horror genre that I haven't seen yet. Well, technically that's not true. Condemned Criminal Origins had a, I want to say, similar concept. But people weren't monsters. It had it at the very end, but that was about it. And even then it was kind of trippy. But I love this game so far. I really do. I got frustrated earlier with gameplay. Still kind of doing it. Not really, but overall, this game's... I love it. It is my sad duty to officially pronounce Captain Benjamin Matthias dead. Reports of the exact circumstances surrounding his death are conflicted and beyond the scope of my role. I can only report on the body. The subject was in generally good health for his age, though a cursory blood test indicates his leukocyte count. Very apologies to anyone who actually knows that word. Was very low, with that word in particular almost non-existent. His pre-flight physical exam showed no such problems, indicating rapid onset. However, it is unlikely this had any effect on his death. Multiple contusions on the arms and hands, indicating a brief struggle pre-mortem. Slight contusion around the ribcage, suggesting his chest was restrained in some way. Cause of death was a single prolonged trauma to the ocular body, which continued on through the cavity wall and finally into the frontal lobe, causing rapid neurotrauma, seizure, and death. The force required to puncture the ocular cavity in this manner is great, and possibly of self-infliction correspondingly low. I therefore have no alternative but to record a preliminary verdict of unlawful death. Whether deliberate or accidental is beyond my jurisdiction. Interesting. So, I guess the thing that we have to look at right now is clearly something happened to have everyone transform like this. And we have alien writing on the wall. We have some information on a marker found on an alien planet by a colony. So it feels very Aliens, like the second Alien movie to me so far. Which is pretty good. That one, that's a great movie. Honestly, it's a good sequel. But like, it's a great movie for like mixing horror elements with a lot of action. The first Alien movie was very much a pure horror, which also very good. Pretty much everyone following that was kind of meh, or absolutely awful. But you know, I just so far the story is interesting. I do want to know more on how this all began. Is it based because there's some form of like supernatural aspect that's being like that's not necessarily been stated fully, but it's been insinuated. And I want to actually know more about it. I am walking all the way back because there was a room that we couldn't get into, and I want more information on the story. So, last time we opened one of these with with the nodes, it gave us some more information on story. Hello. Ammo for days. Even though I really feel like we weren't running out anytime soon, but okay. Mine racks, okay. Not what I came in here for. I really feel like I didn't need to come in here now. I was really hoping for more story. My bad. I apologize. Dude, I'm still gushing over the environment. Visual designers, you're all incredible. Let me just state that now. You're all incredible. Let no one tell you otherwise. It's just... I love it. Gameplay. You guys did great work as well. I won't lie. You did great work. I'm just complaining. Oh. Welcome back, darling. I'm loving it so far. Gameplay's still slightly stiff for me. Has its moments, but I'm no longer getting frustrated. This game, though, is like, the story has me interested. The characters are alright so far. I'm not really invested in them. But the story's interesting to the point where I want to know more. I want to invest into this game. And the horror aspects, 10 out of 10. Easy. The action is, like, it's great, but it's the only part that has some negatives for me. And it's just mainly, like, the feel of it. A lot of my complaints are fairly subjective. I really did, like, at an angle that does look like Max Lord. If anyone tells me I'm illiterate, I know. And I'm sorry. I don't like how their models are lifted up slightly. I feel like something bad's about to happen. I feel like I need to explore the environment. Overall, though, like, am I enjoying this game? A lot. I'm enjoying it a lot. Mainly from... Okay. I think the redo of it, I believe, was a lot better. But the story is wonderful and the scares. I think there are too many jump scares, but I feel like the atmosphere of the game makes up for it. Like I want to say. The story, though, yeah, does seem interesting. If I remember what Eric was telling me, he told me that the gameplay was a lot smoother. And obviously, the image were...
the captain's nest. I managed to contain it in a damaged escape pod.
Okay.
Executive lockdown now. I found the deck logs. Whatever is happening around here, it came from the planet when they cracked it open. It spread to the colony and reached the ship. Isaac, this isn't an infection. It's some form of alien life. Shit, we've got bigger problems. The ship's engines are offline and our orbit is decaying. Get over to the engineering deck ASAP while I stay here and figure out what the problem is.
Okay, so it's an alien life. I mean, technically, alien life could be infecting us to the point of... I don't trust that. alien life could be infecting ours and just taking over, and it could be like a metamorphosis kind of scenario. So I wouldn't, you know, immediately eliminate the idea of infection. Because isn't infection based off of, like, a virus? Isn't a virus technically living? I was about to say, you seem to always say there's a lot of jump scares in most things. Well, I feel like this one specifically, with all the times the enemies just jump out of the vents and, like, out of the grates, yes. There are... that voice crack. There are a lot of jump scares in this game. At least for me, there are. There's seemingly a lot. But like when I say that too, it's like there's a lot of times where like you don't get to soak up the atmosphere of this game half the time. And then like in like half this game, I feel like you get to soak it up a lot, and then they introduce the action, and I feel like it's well done. But like early on, it really felt like we just got flung into it, and you didn't get a chance to really soak it up. Now that like I'm walking around the way that I am, I feel like I get to appreciate it a little bit more. I did come back here just to upgrade, by the way. Especially with like, again, like I'm just repeating myself over and over. I apologize. I'll stop. It's just like I've pretty much like gone over as much as I can. But yeah, like honestly, like if the gameplay is smoother in the next one and there is a slight decrease in ammo being provided, the next game might be a 10 out of 10. Like, I'll say that. And not even taking into account graphics. Like, will better graphics be cool? Sure. Is it necessary for this game to be a 10 out of 10? I don't think so. No. They do get to go back a lot in this game and see everything again. In the new one, or just me backtracking? But yeah, when I say there's a bunch of jump scares, like I think when a game has great atmosphere and you don't have enough time to soak it in because there's just crap jumping out at you at so many moments, I feel like, yes, that does classify as being too many jump scares. Even though, like, I think I'm being very loose in my categorization of what is a jump scare in this game. Because, like, it's kind of a jump scare for them to be jumping out the vents that the way that they do, because it's meant to scare you, specifically when they are as close as they can get half the time. But I do think I am being a little bit loose with the term. My apologies. You know, I'll probably ask about what you think at work or something, right? Both? Okay. Okay. I mean, I'll probably keep going over how much I love this game and how much I love the atmosphere.
Second, the gravity centrifuge is offline, which means there's a couple of trillion tons of rock pulling us down. I need you to get that centrifuge operational. Refuel the main engine and fire it up so I can stabilize the ship's orbit.
Okay. Yeah, I'll probably talk about it more in like the next part or the one after, or just any time later on. But I feel like I've talked about it a lot this session, and I apologize. Like, look how much ammo I'm being given. It's insane. I can't help it. I can't help but just think it's like, it's wild. Give me a soda. I say that because I gotta do some things, so I can't stay, unfortunately. Alright. Appreciate you for stopping by and staying around. For a little bit.
Personal log. Acting Chief Engineer Jacob.
I feel like I made the other two go to sleep.
It's been 2 days since they pulled that planet open, since the captain died. The panic, the riots, they were nothing compared with what came after. Our friends, our co-workers, started coming back. Changed, coming back to kill us, drag us away. Rucker disappeared this morning, and I have to assume he's dead. My crew, they're starting to crack. I'm trying to keep an eye on them, but right now I have bigger problems. We're hemorrhaging fuel, and the primary engine is laboring. Danvers and I are going to try to reach the fuel depot to see if we can fix it. Temple out.
Yeah, I'm not too... Like, I don't really care about Isaac's story right now. I care about what happened to this ship in the past, is where my main focus is for story-wise. I'm just trying to improve my damage as much as possible, take out the things. The new enemies. And, like, take away even, like, the horror aspects of this, and just, like, looking at... Like, that could have been a jump scare if I clearly didn't see that that was something that was going to come out. Or, clearly didn't see that that was an enemy.
What in hell is going on here? Danvers, Henderson, he's crazy. He's pulling his own teeth out. Henderson, for God's sake. Oh, God. Is he dead? Relax. He's alive. But he hit that door pretty hard. Man, why would he do something like that? I don't get it.
But yeah, taking away, like, the horror aspects, like, even just the ship design in general, like, it's pretty impressive, honestly. Don't know what's going on around here. Someone said the ship's been attacked. Who the hell would attack us out here? First the captain dies, now we get attacked. Carmack says someone on the bridge staff killed him. I can't believe that goddamn chaos now. Can't get through to the bridge, can't get through to anyone. Everyone's running, getting the hell out of here. Should probably join them. Oof. Deceased. My poor man. I don't know what the play here is, honestly. I just really feel like using the plasma cutter seems to be the best idea just because of how much ammo they're giving me for it. It also seems to be a decent weapon. I don't even feel like testing out the other ones. Again, with like the lighting, darkened, slight lighting, and with the fog, it's very nice. Again, like, I'm sorry, I can't not gush over it. I'm sorry. It's impossible. It's just, it's impossible. There's no way. Oh, kinesis required. There we go. Hi. Cool. Kind of want to explore a little bit more, so hold on. I want to say that this game is
Refueling sequence activated.
okay. This game's at least on par. Okay, so if you do it fast, it doesn't even feel like they're hurting you. This game feels at least on par with Resident Evil 2. Like, the remake. Like, not looking at graphics, but in terms of, like, environmental design and, like, the slight horror aspects, it feels like it's comparable to that. Except, I want to say in this game, the horror aspects last a lot longer than in Resident Evil 2. The thing with Resident Evil 2 is, like, it quickly... The horror aspects quickly get lost within the combat. Oh, we circled around. Okay. Didn't realize we were circling around. Okay, well. I feel like the music can calm down now. Enemy's dead. We're good. Game. Game. Game, calm down. Game. Game. You're building up for something terrifying, but nothing terrifying is going to happen, because I've already killed it. Thank you, game. Cool. I feel like it's worth it right now to go and, like, try to go for full power. I might be wrong in that, but it definitely feels like it's the right choice right now. Because if I can take out those new enemies quickly, then I can get my ammo back, and I can actually get my return investment quickly. I want to say speed is not something I care to invest in on the gun. I feel like it fires fast enough, and having a higher, like, speed attribute would screw up my... would make me lose more bullets. Just because I'd screw up on the aiming. Like, it's such a good audio. Like, I think this game might be better than RE2, honestly. I think it might be, in my opinion. From like a horror standpoint. From a horror standpoint. I feel like it's better. Character-wise, I think I prefer Resident Evil 2. Okay, so yeah, we'll hop on this real quick. Appreciate, people. Appreciate. Don't appreciate. Don't appreciate. Oh. Dude. Power was definitely the way to go. You're not dead. Now you're dead. The glowing guys gave it away. Good to know that that's a mechanic that stays in a lot of games and kind of ruins the potential for scares. And here I was getting excited that I pretty much one-shot that thing. But yeah, like, the issue with Resident Evil, like, I think the issue with Resident Evil is it quickly goes from like, oh man, like we're introduced and it's like the environment's terrifying as can be. But then you kind of just either get used to it or that environment kind of just disappears.
Never should have let him live. Never should have let him live.
Shut it, Danvers. Shut it. Engineering log. Temple reporting. Someone has shut off the fuel lines to the primary engine and damaged the valves in the process. They need to be repaired before I can reopen them, but we're running out of time. With the engine offline, orbit decay will begin in less than 10 hours. I just can't understand who would do this. If it's one of those crazy unitologist bastards, I'll break their neck.
Henderson said they were coming. We never should have let him live.
Shut up, Danvers! Help me with the tools. Temple out.
Okay. But yeah, this one, like, it retains, so far, it retains the horror environment, and I don't feel like it's getting old. That's not to say, like, Resident Evil gets old, it's just, like, it's not strong enough of, like, a horror environment to really stick, I want to say, is the way to go about it. What? Oh, okay. I don't know if I'm describing that right, but, like, for example, with, like, Resident Evil, it's, like, the audio is alright. I don't think it's as good as this game. And the lighting definitely isn't as good. Or, like, as maintained. It's like Resident Evil 2 had a lot of good lighting. Issue with it is you quickly go into, like, these bright areas and, like, you lose it a little bit. Huh. You're definitely... You look like an enemy. My paranoia hitting hard now. Oh no. I'm just like, it's very well done here. Again, like, if this was first person, I feel like it'd be a lot better. I feel like just looking over the shoulder kind of messes with me personally. And it might just be, like, again, a subjective standpoint. Ripper. Interesting.
Refueling sequence activated. Sufficient fuel to fire primary engine.
Whatever you did, it's working, Isaac. I have a fuel reading.
It's only a quarter full, but that's enough to restore orbit once you bring the engines online.
What the hell?
False alarm. Thought I saw something.
Don't tell me that. Never in any horror scenario do you say, thought I saw something. Is it telling me what folder it's getting saved into? Okay. It's just telling me that it's saving to my drive. Okay. I was like, do I have to... So yeah, that's a relative jump scare. It came out of nowhere. There was no, like... Like, there was no build-up for it, it just happened. So, again, loose definition of a jump scare, but within the same, like, realm of thought of just getting a surprise in on the player. God, I love the flickering light the most, honestly. I love that. I wonder if there's any realm of sentience within these creatures, or if it's just... Or if it's just like zombie hungry. Nom nom. Don't like that this room got cleaned up, honestly. Yeah. I think I can technically go ahead and boost my damage again. So we're gonna do that. I think. Did I already boost it again? Am I just one away from full boost? I'll say this, it's definitely better than Resident Evil 3 on the horror standpoint. Resident Evil 3, there was something about it that really, like, didn't speak to me in terms of horror. That's like Resident Evil 3 I think is actually a perfect example, like the remake is a perfect example of a game that doesn't really build up for atmosphere. And granted, like the environments really weren't that terrifying, nor was like, there wasn't a lot of horror elements to it, it was a lot of action. That is an action horror game, whereas this, I want to say this is majority horror that has action in it. Granted, when the action hits, it's a lot. But I will say that this definitely has primary horror elements to it. Like a horror game with action elements as opposed to an action game with horror elements instead. If that makes any sense. I think that makes sense.
This is Temple. Now the centrifuge is offline. We've got 4 trillion tons of rock hanging off our ass, and without that centrifuge to balance the ship, the gravity tethers will pull us straight down to the colony. I'm heading in there now to see if I can fix it.
I want to say Resident Evil 2, the remake, went from...
Decontamination sequence activated. Please stand by.
I want to say it went from horror action to action horror. I want to say that's how that game went. Like, yeah, I definitely want to say this is a primarily horror game. It's, like, even with, like, the action about to happen, like, use of lighting and whatnot is well done. Bruh. Brother. I mean, no, I guess Resident Evil 2, I'm remembering it poorly, I guess. I just keep thinking when we go into, like, the laboratories where it's just, like, it feels like it loses its horror or luster. But, like, Resident Evil 2 did introduce, like, you get hit by the lickers and whatnot, and, like, they're pretty terrifying. I want to say that they're on par with, like, those, like, the no-leg ones. Like, those are pretty well designed for horror. And I guess, like, in comparison, the normal zombies are equivalent to, like, the grunts of this game, I want to say. Because I feel like that's the best way to describe them, like, the basic enemies. Yeah. And so it's, like, in a comparison, I'd say, like, that's pretty on par. I think I might just be remembering, like, the environments wrong. I just feel like this game gets, like, the lighting right on so many levels. That's creepy. Like, this game gets audio, it gets lighting, it gets it all. Environmental design. I want to say Resident Evil was lacking. I don't think I was too terrified by the audio. Like, the audio didn't enhance the horror, if I recall correctly, but that might just be me not remembering it right. But I definitely want to say the environment was solid for RE2. And I want to say even the lighting was solid for a lot of the parts. Mainly the hallways where, like, they were darkened and whatnot. I just can't help but remember, like, the laboratories, which are, like, blindingly white, like, stark white. And it's just, like, it's hard to be terrified when you're in a really bright room. Okay.
Exiting zero gravity.
Because, like, you can just see everything happening.
Entering zero gravity.
Oh. That's weird. So yeah, is it like those zombie ants or whatever they're called? Zombie fungus, actually, that infect ants and whatnot? Again, like, with how close they get, I really feel like my aim gets thrown off. Because I feel like I'm aiming on top of, like, their limbs, but I'm obviously missing. Okay. How do I jump again? I don't have stasis. No. Okay, yeah, so it's Y. Okay. Why do I need oxygen recharge? I like how it matches my steps. Okay. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna shoot up here. Wow, that camera perspective change is kind of weird. Shoot right here. Noise. Not get grabbed by the weird environment. And what we're gonna do is shoot.
Generator module attached.
Yes. Not gonna lie, stasis is very useful. It's a little bit overpoweringly useful. Granted, you actually have to land the shot. I'm good, Chief. Thank you, though. Okay, no real point in that. Okay. Yeet. Okay.
Generator module attached. Centrifuge power restored.
Maybe it was a bad idea to invest fully into the... Whoa. I'm all tripped up now. Maybe it was a bad idea to invest fully into the plasma cutter. We're getting a lot less ammo for it now. But I feel like we are taking out the enemies fairly well.
Centrifuge activated. Reset. Establishing balance with planetary cargo. Gravity restored. Entering vacuum.
Okay. Oh.
You're doing great, Isaac. Centrifuge and gyros are both 100% and...
Oh. Didn't see that coming. I was looking behind me. That was bad. That was nice. Yeah, like what that little info bit just told me of like using the melee to escape. I feel like that would make this game a lot more interesting in terms of like horror, is if you actually had to be afraid of fighting enemies. But with how many enemies there are, you have to have, like, you had to have put the horror elements in.
Isaac. Centrifuge and gyros are both 100% and stabilized. I don't know how much time we have left.
I have no time left. Whoops. But yeah, with how many like enemies they throw at you, it would be very difficult to play a passive game style. That's not to say you can't, because obviously people do challenges and whatnot for it in Resident Evil, and I'm sure this game as well.
Entering vacuum.
You're doing great, Isaac. Centrifuge and gyros are both 100% and stabilized. Now get out of there
Hello,
and focus
Death.
on the engine.
How am I supposed to be doing this? Because he interrupts me to the point where I can no longer run. So I'm curious if I have to wait for him to make the call or not. Ah.
Centrifuge activated. Re-establishing balance with planetary cargo. Gravity restored. Entering vacuum.
You're doing great, Isaac. Centrifuge and gyros are both 100% and stabilized. Now get out of there and focus on the engine. I don't know how much time we have left.
Oh, it's coming around. Whoa. I'm not gonna... Oh. Oh wait, those were pulse rounds. Those weren't what I wanted. My bad. Dude, again, just like the attention to detail on like... On like the audio, I adore. I adore the small things.
Exiting vacuum.
Yeah, we're gonna save after that. Thank you. Alright, so we're apparently full on plasma? Yeah, it's only 2 ammo. That's nice and terrifying. I'm to assume that I need to shoot the yellow bit. Hey Isaac, will you let me shoot? Can I please shoot? Okay, it just... That was really weird. Also, cool enemy though. Cool, scary, big enemy. Even though I haven't seen it. Oh, good job on that, by the way, not actually showing me it. Even though I feel like it's the main, like, body that we've been shown for the monster. In terms of, like, it's just infecting the ship overall. Decontamination, please. No? Okay. I feel like you have the opportunity for way too many guns way too quickly.
Isaac, can you hear me?
Because the ammo variation is kind of insane.
They attacked me, I ran for it, and Hammond just... he just disappeared.
Kendra? Where are you?
Nice to see you're alive and well, Hammond. I've barricaded myself in the computer core. I can hear them moving outside, but I don't think they know I'm in here. I can log into everything from here. I hacked the route and found some reports from the colony. Even before they cracked the planet, the colonists were experiencing widespread dementia. It seems to be related to some artifact they found on the planet. Something called the marker. I'll keep looking. I've got your location and I'm going to unlock the door to fuel storage. You can get to the engine chamber from there.
I feel like Kendra is a bad person. I just feel like she's gonna be that Wayland employee that is gonna backstab us like she knew what was going on the entire time and was willing to throw us all under the bus. Like, that's my thought so far. I want to say I just need 2 of these. Switch, perfect. Hey. Alright. So, within our first session, we will have gotten our main weapon upgraded fully. Now, I may decide to invest in another weapon after this, which I probably should. But as of right now... Oh, it's only 1. Okay. Yeah, I really don't feel like it's necessary for anything else. Otherwise, like, we reload just fine. Yeah, we can start to delve into these now, I think. Oh, that's disgusting. Oh, that's also disgusting. I feel like the rig probably is the best. Okay. Because honestly, like, the stasis so far, it's like... in certain areas, we go without using it, period. And the times that we do use it, I feel like we're fine when we're using it. Maybe, like, invest in energy would be the best choice. But even then, like, I don't really feel like it's necessary right now. I feel like boosting our health would probably be best. Am I not meant to go this way? I am not. Oh, hey, look, an arrow. That's nice. Did we have that the entire... I don't think we did we? I don't remember us having an arrow the entire time. I could be wrong. There you go. Yo, you know this is an 08 game when you have ashtrays in here. Okay. Oh, okay. So yeah, it's just the way that was locked beforehand. Okay. My bad. So yeah, we're full damage right now on this puppy. I will actually probably make it.
Entering zero gravity.
Honestly, the zero gravity portion's not even that bad, by the way. Oh. Okay, the rumbling of the screen is definitely not helpful.
Exiting zero gravity. Exiting vacuum.
I was just gonna reset for a second.
Entering vacuum. Entering zero gravity. Exiting zero gravity.
Yeah, no audio out in space is cool, but not hearing the enemy is definitely not cool. Jesus, was that loud. Also, I'm thinking of a game right now, or I'm thinking of something where, like, this is really similar to, but I can't recall for the life of me what exactly I'm thinking of. Am I thinking of Evil Within, where, like, the walls were turning like this? I'm thinking of something I played not long ago, or not that long ago. What was it? Or like, oh no, I'm thinking of Alien Isolation, where like the hive. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking of. But I believe Evil Within also had like a similar section. Oh, that's just our face. Interesting. Organic growth and engineering. The unidentified growth seen in other parts of the ship has now reached engineering. I don't know what the hell stuff is. Looks like someone threw up their guts all over the walls, but it's spreading faster than we can cut it up, which is pretty disgusting in itself. It's already in the engine spoke, and if we can't find a way to stop it soon, it'll hit the main chamber by the day after tomorrow. I hope the docs are looking into it because it's way beyond me. So yeah, I'm assuming that is what grabbed us. I'm assuming it's an overall, like, hive mind type alien. Or something of the like. Not gonna lie, I'm kinda sad that an enemy didn't pop out there. Either way, I would not trust tiptoeing on it. We'll take that down in a second after looking here. But again, like, even when the enemy's not coming out to play, like, the audio that you hear of just knowing that they're in the vents is very well done.
This is Temple. Screw the engine. I can't restart it by myself, and with all the other shit going on, it's obvious this is sabotage. I'm heading for the bridge, and then I need to find Elizabeth. I gotta get her off this ship. It's not safe.
I like how Isaac's steps when moving on this stuff is entertaining, to say the least. That's disgusting. Oh. Oh, blood. Like, this is what kind of builds up the tension, is like knowing something's in the walls, like hearing it, seeing evidence for it, but not having it jump out at you immediately. Like, being able to restrain oneself within the horror genre is necessary. Like, not having an enemy to deal with, but knowing that there's one around is really well done here. Like, it's just like having that restraint. A lot of games don't have that restraint. Like, that's an attempt for a jump scare. I'm sorry, that's just what that is. Was it a good one? Not really. Was it a jump scare? Kind of. And it's like, in that scenario, it's like, you kind of break the atmosphere. It's like, because it's just like, oh, there's the jump, and it's like, but where's the threat now? And it's like, it just ran away, is what you just did. What? Oh. I'm not trying to pick you up, you annoyance. Oh my god, that brother. That. Jesus. Oh my criminy, bro. This is retarded. I'm sorry. This is just asinine. Like, I gotta go all the way over here just to drop this crap. I'm sorry. I feel like this is just a little bit of a tedious thing to deal with. Having, you know, a more precise item selection on what I want to actually pick up, specifically when you have rooms like this. I feel like that would be very nice. Come on. There we go. So yeah, I definitely feel like pausing time and slamming on them, stomping on them, I guess, is to, like, definitively the best way to deal with them. Okay, so nothing too climactic for our end to the session. Again, apologies for gushing over this and criticizing and like analyzing so much, but I like game design, especially ones that are really well done. And again, it's like this game has a lot of great horror elements. I feel like it's smoothed out a little bit, or it might just be me having figured out the combat system, so I'm not stuck getting swarmed for a good 10 minutes based on my own stupidity. Again, gameplay does feel slightly stiff, but that's mainly the age. And the ammo situation is being taken care of mainly because I'm getting so many other types of ammo, which is causing an issue. So overall, I think you could have limited the amount of guns that are so easy to get so early on, because we're only about, what, 2.5 hours into this game, technically speaking? Or, like, it's a 3-hour session, but we only made, okay, 2 hours and 40 minutes. So it's like, we have a lot of options for weaponry in such a short period of time. So, a part of me is like, cool. Other part of me is like, yeah, might have been like Resident Evil. Thinking back to that game, it's like it takes a little bit to build up your arsenal. Same thing for Alien Isolation. So, Evil Within as well. Like, I'm just so used to these other survival horrors. But granted, I've only been working with the one gun, so I'm just now suffering from having too many types of ammo and not enough guns to use them with. So, but yeah, gameplay, I want to say 9 out of 10. It doesn't feel like that perfect point that it can be. But you can attest that to age. I attest it to like age and slight nitpicks of my own. Again, the horror, like the design of this game for the horror genre, or like the horror aspects of this game, spot on, perfect, amazing. Enemy designs, amazing, love it all. Gameplay, 9 out of 10, easy, easy. Story, I'm very interested. Characters, I feel like we haven't really gotten that much time to like really get interested in many of the characters. Isaac has barely said a word. Uh, Hammond is probably like the best character so far, just from a standpoint of he's helping us out trying to get to our daughter or girlfriend or wife. I forget because I wasn't paying attention at the very beginning. And then Kendra, I believe, may be a spy or something. I feel like she's going to backstab us. But again, first run through, first time seeing it, first impressions. Hopefully you guys are enjoying. Thank you guys for stopping by. Thanks for sticking around. Hopefully you all enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Good night, everybody.